This is The Legend. 1053 953 WDXE.
And with that, it's time for Stanley.
The Harvest Financial Hour,
I knew that.
a program about health, wealth, and community. I'm Stanley G. Wilson.
Boy,
And you're Jeff Hood.
You're saving me this morning. I got I had one of those brain fogs, and it was foggy this morning.
It was foggy this morning. And I was watching the national weather, and we've got a tropical storm coming up out of the coast of Texas.
Really?
Headed up this way. But I don't think from what I saw, you never know, but yeah, I don't think the moisture is going to get this far north. And then right after that report, they showed bad weather north of us, tornadoes and such. So we're right in between both of them. So it's a good time to live in Tennessee right now.
Yeah. Well, I will say this though. We've had a good share of spring rain so far.
We've had a lot of
which is
a lot of share,
which is not a bad thing actually. We don't want flooding, obviously.
Well,
but we've had a good share of rain. It's helping the crops. I'll say that.
Yeah, the rain it's hurting the hay cutters though.
Yeah, the hay cutters, try to dodge the rain showers to get in. But hey, initially, I think one of the reports I got from one of my cattle farmer friends, the first cutting of hay wasn't as good because it was dry early. In the early part of so that first cutting wasn't as great as it normally is for them anyway. Now it might have been better for some others, but I thought that's kind of interesting. But,
Well,
maybe there'll be plenty now.
Well, I live over on the west side of town, Lawrenceburg, off of West Point Road, and I was coming back through there, and in the paper this morning I was reading about the paving project. It's going to be from Buffalo Road all the way to West Point Road. And that's right in my wheelhouse right there where I come into town.
Yep.
And I was coming in, and next to that Tasmart, that old auto, well, now it's a canoe place. It used to be. Yeah. But anyway, I looked over there, and there's a bunch of guys, crews, getting ready to
They're getting ready to pave.
There. So if you got to go west, you may want to find a different route.
Find an alternate route. You may have to go south of town, hit the bypass or something. And
go around the bypass and come up West Point Road.
And there's going to be some of Buffalo Road's being paved too, right?
Yep.
So some of Buffalo Road, and then the highway from Buffalo Road to West Point Road. And I found out something from Keith Durham the other day that Buffalo Road and West Point Road are the same state road.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about that.
We were talking about that, and I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Thought that was interesting. So I don't know.
But this weekend is my office that I'm still working on. It's been a slow process. The neighborhood behind me is Country Club Estates, and they're having their annual community yard sale.
Oh, really? Is that this weekend?
Yep. So
well, that'll be fun.
There'll be a lot of families with stuff to sell out there, and you can find some bargains. And then where my office is, I'm going to have my own little yard sale. So,
are you really?
So come on by.
You got some good stuff? I
got it. Well, when my brother passed away a couple of years ago, I still got his stuff, so I got to get rid of it. He has some tools and some other things.
I got you. Okay. All right. I was going to check the weather, what it's going to look like over the weekend for the long term. They're saying showers, at least a chance of showers for the weekend, but maybe not too bad. Maybe not too bad. So there you go.
But the big news in Lawrenceburg is Aldi is opening up.
Aldi.
Yep.
When is it? What's the opening day for that?
Grand opening's tomorrow. I think the
really?
ribbon cutting is at 8:30.
Okay.
The first 200 customers get some free goodies and a free tote and something else. Forgot what it was, but
have you ever been in an Aldi's?
Yeah.
They're not bad.
They're not. You have to get used to.
It's a little bit different than.
It's a lot different.
It's different than your normal grocery store that we're used to. But I mean, hey,
take you a quarter.
Listen, they have been very successful around the country, though.
Yeah, I'll get into. There was a consumer report about grocery prices, and I'll get into that in just a moment.
Okay.
But if you go to Aldi's, you got to take a quarter and your own bags. So
now, what's the quarter for?
Okay, the quarter is the buggies. That's what I call them, or shopping carts.
Yes.
They're stored outside the door right there underneath, close to the front door, and they all have this little chain on them and a mechanism. and the chain is hooked up. They're hooked up to each other, so you can't just take a buggy out without the chain. So to release the chain, you have to put a quarter in, and it releases the chain, and that quarter stays with you while you're shopping. And then you go around and you get all your stuff you want, and you go up to the checkout counter.
Yeah.
And they will have some bags that you can buy, but if you bring your own bags, it's cheaper that way.
Okay.
And what they do is you check out, and the cashier has another extra cart, and they'll scan your items and then put them back in the other cart. Then you take that cart over to a shelf and you do your own bagging.
Okay.
So it cuts out a lot of the overhead. Now, when you get through putting your groceries in your car, then you take the buggy back, push it back to where you found it, and click the chain back in. And when it does, it releases your quarter, and you take your quarter back home.
How about that?
So it sounds more
Shopping
complicated than
at
it
Aldi's.
is. It sounds more complicated.
So is that today?
Well, they got an early opening. That's what I was going to mention. They have an early opening today.
Oh, really? Okay.
So,
But grand opening tomorrow.
yeah.
How about that?
Okay.
I didn't know.
So maybe they'll have some
Keith
stuff on
Durham
sale.
squeezed in here
Yeah.
with his gold shirt on.
Is that gold? Yeah, I guess it is. Mustard
Kind of
color.
gold, I guess. It's kind of gold. Well, we got somebody who wants to talk to us already. Can you believe it?
Yes.
And
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, I wanted to cut in because I've got some stuff to do while I listen to you. I've shopped at Aldi's, and one of the things is, to me, the most, because I'm older and have a foot issue, but the having to return the cart. But one of the things I ran into, and I guess it was because I was older, and it was before I was wearing my mini pearl hat. Now, they do it now because I've got my mini pearl hat on. But it is usually somebody, if you're unloading your groceries, somebody's going in, they'll give you their quarter.
Yep.
And then they'll take your buggy.
Yep. I've done that.
Okay, a second thing has to do with, since Keith is there, I stopped at the Quick Mart down, well, let's put it this way, on the way down to the archives, I had a kind of a good-sized headband on, and my windows rolled a third of the way down, and one of those big trucks flew by. I mean, it flew by and actually ripped my headband off my head. And then when I got to Quick Mart, I couldn't help it. I was going to eat somewhere else, but my car just pulled in there to eat. But when I was leaving, that's the only Quick Mart I've ever been to that has a stop sign that's not at a street. Have they had a major accident there?
No, we depending on the roads, like the store I just built in Florence, I put stop signs up on the driveway there. There's some places that require you to put stop signs up before you enter traffic. So
Some places do,
yeah.
some places don't.
yeah,
Well, let me throw this out, and then I'll hang up. One of the things I did some research on recently had to do the cost of insurance and the average. And, of course, you know, and I know it's a big issue. In fact, I've read that a lot of bankruptcies, if not most, have to do with health. And I think that's a really important subject for a lot of people. You know, after we were on Mr. Pachowski and some of the other programs, you talked about how people are asset rich but cash poor.
Yeah.
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 I'm going to hang up.
All right. Very good.
Well, we're going to talk about Medicare today and what Medicare does not pay,
Oh, okay.
and that can get you.
I'm going to take
trouble.
notes.
You should.
Yeah, I'm right around the corner from that.
Yep. Yep. I'm on it myself. I will be very
I'm
soon.
14 months away, and I'm counting the months now.
Oh, there you go. Jeff, that's a year and 2 months to you.
Oh, okay. What is it in dog years?
About 11.
We have our birthdays are like a day apart.
Yeah.
A year and a day.
A year and a day.
Yeah.
Yep. Mine's, I'll be eligible this birthday in August,
August 1st.
August 9th.
I know, but I'm sorry.
Yes,
Your
but
effective date is August 1st.
Yeah, my effective date is August 1st.
It's the first of the month of your birth month.
That
what
is
it
correct. I found out that.
Oh, wow. I get 28 free days then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how about that?
Going back to my report that I found out about the consumer report, they used Walmart as the baseline. So, it was like, okay, who's higher than Walmart and who's cheaper than Walmart? Mm-hmm. And Aldi's comes in at 8% cheaper. Now, you got to take your quarter and take your own bags and all that, but you're going to save about 8%. But it's just being a smart shopper. You got to, look at all the ads before you go out if you want to some people like you and Keith got more money you know what to do with. You don't care about
What?
but us price conscious people, we can shop around and see.
Price conscious.
I like that. I'm going to start using that term.
Price conscious.
I'm writing it down.
And then the one that was the least expensive was Costco, which our nearest one I think is in Franklin.
Yep.
Up
Yeah,
at
it
Cool
is.
Springs.
Yeah, but you got to pay for a membership, though.
Yeah, you have to pay for the membership, but they're 21% cheaper, and I don't know how the membership affected. And I think the memberships are like $60 or $75. They're more expensive than they are at Sam's Club. The Sam's Club.
Now, my Sam's Club was $120.
Well, you got the.
You probably got the premium.
I got whatever they said.
They probably come out to your car and pick you up and bring you in the store and all
No,
that.
they, it's a fanfare when you walk in,
Now introducing.
Welcome to the store.
I remember the very first time I went to Sam's, and I thought, this is fantastic.
Yeah, me too.
I was like overwhelmed. I was like, holy cow, this is a bargain. This is a bargain. This is a bargain. And when I got to the checkout,
Yeah, you got what?
when I got to the checkout, I had spent like $4,000.
Oh, my gosh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But let me tell you this. The peanut butter that I bought went to oil before I ever got it
I was
next.
thinking, say, you still got it.
You got to what?
I mean, and it was this tub of peanut butter, and I'm like, holy cow, what a great deal. But
now, like stuff you're going to use like toilet paper and paper towels.
Yes.
And,
Oh, yeah.
And the laundry detergent and all
Yeah.
that, you can
Yeah.
do that. But with food, you got to hurry up
you got to
and
be,
eat it.
to be careful.
If
with
you're
that.
throwing a party or a family reunion or something, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
So,
I mooch off of others.
what we do is like when we built that store, the Quick Mart store in Florence.
Yes.
About twice a week, we would go to Sam's for lunch because you can eat lunch at Sam's for about $2. Yeah, hot dog combo is $1.50.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you can eat there. cheap.
Now, see, Jeff eats free because he goes around to all the sample people.
That's
and gets
it.
all the samples.
Well,
it.
they don't have it as much as they used to.
I see. He was aware of that.
Exactly.
It's kind of like many years ago when they had the pizza buffet out at the Brass Lantern.
Yeah.
Me and a couple other guys pretty much ruined that deal for everybody.
So let me tell you, last time I went to Sam's, let me tell you what I did. My buddy's like, what are you doing? So at Sam's, you can do scan and go. And so you scan the things on your app as soon as you put them in your cart.
Yeah.
And you pay for them right there, and it gives you a QR code when you walk out the door. So I've got my cart full of stuff, and I'm just walking out the door. My buddy's like, hey, you didn't pay for that. What are you doing? And I show the lady my phone, and she waves us on out. He goes, did you pay for that? I said, yeah, I paid for it as I put it in my cart. So that's nice. You don't have to stand in that line down there at all. They say you can do the same thing at Walmart, but you got to pay to be a member to do that. No, I've never tried it up there.
I've never tried it either.
Yeah, there's what is the name of their rewards? There, Walmart Plus, something like that.
Maybe.
But there's
there's
a lot of perks with that Walmart.
Did you or your wives ever do couponing?
Yes. All the time. We still do.
Do
get the Sunday paper and get all the coupons out of it.
Evidently, you can save a lot of money doing that too.
Yeah, now it's all digital coupons.
Yeah, it's digital now, isn't it? It's all
Well,
online stuff.
I don't know. Not like if you shop at Kroger and you got a Kroger card,
Yeah.
they'll send you stuff in the mail, like the stuff that you buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know what you're
They'll send
buying.
you coupons in the mail.
I guess that's mostly our regular grocery spot now has been Kroger for the most part. We do others too.
They need a new place.
We like to go to Cash Saver too.
Yeah.
It's handy.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I noticed about Kroger coming back up here, they've taken where the drop-off people used to go in and
Yeah.
park. They've made those back to parking spots.
That's good. They should.
Yeah, because they were probably about a dozen spots there. You think, oh, here's one open. Nope. This is a pickup.
Well, you talking about the pickup? They still have. They still
They
have.
still
the
have
pickup.
that, but they don't have
They
as
moved
many
them.
spots.
They
Yeah.
moved them to closer.
Oh, did they?
They
Okay.
moved them to a different side of the parking lot.
They need
Good. That's what they.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of right there in the front door.
because if somebody's going to bring it out to you, they can go around the side of the building.
Yeah.
It's not like you're running in during a rainstorm.
Well, they're still in the front, but they're just over to the right side of the parking lot over
Yeah.
there, where they've got that door where those guys come out. So
What's trending though, big time, is delivery, and my wife does that. She does Walmart delivery, and they just bring it to your front porch.
really,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
and that's good when you're getting kitty litter. I'm telling you, that stuff's heavy. So,
Kitty litter? You mean you got a cat too?
oh yeah, we got a cat, and that thing goes through the kitty litter.
Do you have any exotic animals there?
No, we have none. I got a now my dog. I looked out. I got to do something. I looked out this morning and he has chewed my brand new hose pipe into about 40 pieces. It's laying on the deck back there.
Oh, bless his heart. Okay.
So, what do you do?
I have a dog that roams. Toby, my good dog. Now, Sally, my older dog, she just lays around.
Yeah.
She's about 12 or 13 years old and just lays around the house. Outside, a big dog. And the other dog, I will see him maybe once or twice a month.
Yeah.
He stays gone, and I don't know where he goes.
Well, you know, Hood Hill's got a community dog out there.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't forgot his name, but it'll go to different people's houses and they call around and say, is the dog over there? Yeah, he's over here today.
Well,
So,
evidently Toby has a second home somewhere
Yeah.
out in our community, and I have no idea where.
well, the other person is saying, our dog wanders off for a day or two. We don't know where he goes. He goes to your house.
Is that kind of the dog equivalent to couch surfing?
Yeah.
Couch surfing.
Exactly.
Couch surfing. That's a new one on me. What's couch surfing?
That's where you don't have a place to live and you stay with your friends
Oh,
on their
okay.
couch. You just go friend to friend.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
That works out.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. Well, you guys are always interesting. We always have good stuff. Did you may not want to talk about the local politics, but the debates were last night.
Oh, I didn't see him. Where?
Yeah.
What do you mean you didn't see it?
Can we pull them up on Facebook?
Yeah, you can
on
watch them now. On
WLX.
You can watch them on WLX or WDXE Facebook.
I don't have
Yeah, I
either
like
one.
to check
And
those out.
used to YouTube. They got them there too.
They come on YouTube?
Yeah, they're on YouTube too. So you can watch the debates if you want to.
No, it was county executive. I saw a little bit
It was
of that.
the sheriffs were first. They were at 6:00, and then at 7:30 the county executive debate.
Okay.
That's the way it was last night. We had ball games last night, so I didn't get to watch them live, and I've only seen bits and pieces. But what I saw was very well done, and I thought it was the comments have been pretty good as far as being a fair debate, and thought the candidates all done well. So
Wow, it was long. It was an hour and a half each.
yeah. Well, when you have to rebuttal,
Oh, is that it?
you have to you do the rebuttal. You have a question and you answer it, and then your opponent answers it, and then there's a rebuttal.
Then
I
they-
see.
Yeah, like if you and I were debating,
Yes.
you get the question, and then you would say, Stanley Wilson says, sorry, so-and-so. And then I'd say, well, wait a minute, Jeff,
And then
And then you could go back and say something else.
thankfully, I don't think there was anything like that that happened during the
good.
debate.
I'm glad
I think it was very civil and very respectful for the most part, what I've seen of it.
Are they true debates, though? In a true debate, a singular topic that you have people on one side or the other, and you debate either the goodness or the badness of a single topic?
I guess.
But this I feel like this should have been like you want to know their opinion about different matters.
Yeah. So,
You
that,
get
but that should
information
be
on the
called
candidate.
something else besides a debate, though, right?
I guess.
A forum.
Forum is a good.
Forum's
I like
a good
that.
idea.
Yeah.
Have you done the word of the day?
I haven't. I didn't do the word of the day.
What?
You want to do the word of the day? I'll figure it out. But you've got a whole plate full of stuff to talk about too, though.
Oh yeah.
I just got a little bit.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
well, this is going to be good.
What is it?
I don't have. Let's see if I do. I don't even have my music up. It don't matter. The word is spelled Wifty. Is it?
Oh, I know exactly what that is.
Is that Wifty?
That's adolescent.
Hang on a second.
Wifty. Wifty.
Wifty.
Wifty.
That is. I can't believe I even had that word on there.
What is it?
It's like my teenage boys say it right now. He whiffed one.
He whiffed one.
Yeah, which means
He missed.
he flatulated.
I thought when you whiff, you miss.
Is that what it means?
When you swing.
Keith.
That's not.
So he's whiffy. He's walking around and whiffy.
No.
I'm serious. You got to have teenage boys to understand this word.
It's not that.
I don't think it's that either, Jeff.
What?
Let me put the
I don't
pronunciation.
know where Keith is.
Let me see if we can.
Remember, what did you wash your hair with last week instead of shampoo?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I didn't. I use shampoo. I just used deodorant on my hairspray.
Well, listen. Let me tell you what it really is.
Okay.
Okay. Wifty is a synonym of ditzy. Describes something or someone eccentrically silly or scatterbrained.
Well, there you go.
Well,
Wifty.
What
And
else
always
is-
when someone whiffs, like a golf swing, and you miss the ball, you whiffed it.
Okay. I guess
she
so.
is a wifty person.
Yeah, wifty.
I still think it's teenage boys.
I like the word wifty. That's pretty good.
because
Yeah,
they
we'll have to
are
use that today.
scatterbrained and they are silly. In fact, I sent a text to my son. They were acting up at the pool the other day, and I got mad and sent everybody home. And then I texted him. I said, "Hey, everybody don't have to go home. You just got to quit acting like idiots." So
And there's but Dad, we can't help it.
that's exactly right.
We can't help but act silly. Listen, they have the teenage boys can come up with some big ideas too. What they're going to go do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and you don't even want to know what they did.
They
So I'll tell you.
Okay.
So we're pretty animal friendly at our house, okay? Inside and outside. To give you an example, about 3 years ago, I was mowing one day and saw a little bitty baby possum in the yard.
Oh yeah.
And that was at the time that we had foxes in the yard, and something had chewed on this thing a little bit, and he was just laying there. So we adopted a little baby possum and doctored him back to health before we let him go. But recently, in the past couple weeks, we've had 3 little baby skunks in the yard. I mean, they're little bitty, and they're pretty cute. And they're not bothering anybody.
Yeah.
And so I come home one day, and the boys are throwing sticks at the baby skunks.
Oh.
And they're spraying everywhere. And the boys didn't get sprayed, but the yard smells horrible, you know. And I told Spencer, I said, "Hey, your buddies get to go home, and we got to live with it." So they're
Yeah.
crazy.
Think about what you're doing here.
Yeah, exactly. Use your brain.
I don't think that comes into play with these boys sometimes.
Oh no.
They're just and happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Stanley, we've got all the wheels off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've been
we're
off.
We're way off.
we're on the shoulder of the road
We're like
right now.
Foghorn Leghorn say, "Oh, you're way off, boy. You're way off."
Well, I learned what wifty means, and so that's good.
Yeah. So it was your fault for asking about the word of the day.
I want to kind of eat some time up here. We've done a good job of that.
So
All right, Jeff, let's talk about Jeff Hood and his
All right.
Medicare.
Let's do it.
Now, you have signed up for Medicare.
Evidently, I have.
And when you there's 4 parts to Medicare, Part A, B, C, and D. Part A pays your hospital bills. Part B pays your doctor bills. Part C is the Medicare Advantage world. And Part D is the only one that makes sense because it stands for your drug plan. Now, you turn 65 in August. August the 9th is your birthday.
Yep.
So your Medicare will go into effect on the 1st. So have you already got your red, white, and blue card?
I think so.
Okay, so you're good to go.
I think so.
So now you have to decide, do I want a Medicare supplement or do I want a Medicare Advantage plan? And there's pros and cons with both of them. So it's up to the individual what they want to get. The supplement, I tell people, you pay that out of your budget because you know what the premium is going to be every month. Now, does that premium stay the same? No, unfortunately it doesn't. It goes up just like anything in the health world.
Yeah.
Medicare Advantage is a whole separate animal because the government came out about 20, 25 years ago and created Medicare Advantage plans thinking that it will help relieve the pressure on Medicare claims because they said, okay, I'm just going to name some Medicare Advantage companies. You know, of course, there's Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, Humana, Aetna, United Health. There's WellCare. There's a whole bunch of them. And they said, all right, we're going to give you a certain amount of money according to how many people you have enrolled. And you guys are going to now make the decision on paying the claims. So you're out of what we call traditional Medicare. And that's what when you get into it, that's what you enroll in is in traditional Medicare. You have to make that decision to get out of it and go to Medicare Advantage.
All right, stop.
Okay.
All right, so I got to ask a question. This always confused me, and I guess I'd learn it, but I want to learn it now. Why do you have to have a supplement? So I have regular health care now. When I get on Medicare, does that go away? Do I quit paying for regular health care?
Now you're on a group plan. Is
Yes.
that what you're on? Yeah.
So why? So does
Well, you need to check with your carrier and weigh the difference. Because you may be getting your whole premium paid for, but
oh, that's not the case.
well, okay, but then it may be. It just depends on the individual's circumstances. But you can keep your group insurance if you're still working. Let's say you turn 65 and you've got this nice group insurance that you've had for the last 20 years and you don't want to get rid of it. You can keep it, but I would check with your carrier, with your company, HR company, department, and ask them. Okay, say, look, I'm going on Medicare. How's this going to work? And they'll tell you. Sometimes they'll tell you, well, no, we don't cover that. You're going to have to go get your own. Or they'll say, okay, what'll happen is Medicare will be your primary and will be your secondary.
Okay.
Now, there's a lot of people out there that want to stay on theirs, but they're paying $300 or $400 a month.
Right.
And you can buy a supplement for around $150, $200 right now.
Makes sense.
So you could save some money there. And it's a lot of times it's better coverage because in a group plan you have higher deductibles and such.
Yep.
But you just have to ask your HR people about how it works.
So I guess I was under the impression that once you get on Medicare, your other insurance just goes away.
Not necessarily.
Okay, good.
Not necessarily. Now Jeff is self-employed, and are you on your wife's right now, or
No,
you got your own
I'm just
policy?
out and out buying a policy.
Okay. Well, you're going to love this because you're going to probably save some money off of it.
Yeah.
So you can get a supplement that will pay. It will pay what Medicare doesn't pay. Now, going back to your original question, why would I need a supplement if I've got Medicare?
Yeah.
And a lot of people ask that question. Well, in Part A, you have to pay a deductible anytime you go into the hospital. Like right now, they change it all the time, but it's like $1,600. So a supplement will pay for that. But the real kicker is on Part B. Part B has a 20% copay by the Medicare beneficiary, which would be you, and that is unlimited. There's no cap on that. With your regular insurance that you got now, you probably got a maximum out of pocket.
That's
what
right.
it's called. And if when you reach that maximum out of pocket, then it turns into 100%. But with Medicare, they don't have that. So let's say you have a serious heart operation and the surgeon's bill is $50,000. Well, Medicare approves the $50,000 and then they go, okay, we're going to pay 80% of that. You pay 20%. So now you're out $10,000.
Right.
That's why you need the supplement to cover you for that.
And it happens again, then it happens again the same way, right?
Right.
Because there's no max out of pocket on it.
Right.
I got you.
Uh-huh.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why you need a supplement. Or going back, you could go into the Medicare Advantage world. Now, the nice thing about Medicare Advantage, there's a lot of plans out there with a zero premium. Well, people see that zero premium. Now, as I said, with a supplement, you pay that out of your budget because you know what the premium's going to be every month. And you have a small deductible, a Part B deductible that you have to pay the first of the year, about $250 or something like that. Now, the Medicare Advantage, you pay that with your savings. And the reason I say that is you may go along 4, 5, 6, 7 years without a claim, a major claim. You've been going to the doctor and getting your checkups and going, when you catch a bad cold or whatever. But now all of a sudden you've had a heart attack, you've had a stroke, you've got cancer, whatever. You've had a major episode, a bad accident, whatever it is. Now you go in the hospital, and if you stay like 5 or 6 days, then they have a per day deductible that you have to pay.
Oh.
So you could, and then plus you have co-payments for lab works and therapies and all this other things. So you could come out of that stay with a $4,000 or $5,000 bill. Now there is a maximum out of pocket that you have to pay. You won't have to pay any more than what that is. But you could have a hefty bill when you come out.
Wow.
So that's where you got to watch it. But now,
Yeah.
there's products that will help you pay those co-payments. And people think, well, I got Medicare. I got all I want. Well, that's okay. Now, I had a story this week. One of my clients called me and said, hey, I was at church today or yesterday. She called me Monday. She said, I was at church and when this lady told me that she said, I only got Medicare and it pays for everything. So I said, okay, you ask her what she had? She didn't have anything. She says, no. She said her husband he unfortunately passed away from this illness, but we didn't have to pay anything. Well, I got to talking to her about it, and then she mentioned the word TennCare. Well, TennCare is the state of Tennessee's name for Medicaid.
Right.
All right. So to qualify for Medicaid, you have to have low assets and a low income.
Yep.
So that's what this lady was.
I got you.
And fortunately, she had that coverage, and that's great. I'm glad she had TennCare. But for my client, she's got some assets. She owns a home. She owns property. She's got some money in the bank and so forth, and she can't qualify for Medicaid. So that's where you have to buy a supplement policy or a Medicare Advantage policy.
I got you.
So just because your neighbor, brother-in-law, whatever, says, hey, I didn't have to pay for anything, you got to dive into it a little bit to figure it out.
It seems like it's almost like an insurance octopus. There's so many arms to this,
Well,
and it's like I'm trying to figure out which one does what.
Government makes things so
They
complicated.
do. They make it so complicated.
It is. And this is all, this is the government right here.
Yeah, it is.
This is
At its best.
At its best. Yeah.
And you've been paying for it, those FICA taxes that come out of your paycheck.
That's right.
Or your self-employment tax that you and I
Yeah.
have to pay. All that goes, most of it goes to Social Security.
Yeah. And we shouldn't feel guilty for taking
No,
advantage of it
no,
because we've been paying for it all
It's
along.
yours. It's right.
Excuse me.
But a portion of that goes to Medicare. So you've been paying into the Medicare system.
Yeah, absolutely.
But unfortunately, the politicians have kind of said, people think, oh, well, there's a deposit box in Washington, D.C. with my Social Security number on it, and it's got all my money that I've been putting into it all these years. Nope. It's going into the general fund, and the Congress comes in there when they need money and writes an IOU, puts it in there, and takes the money out, your money that you've been putting in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's not right either. I mean,
It's been argued for quite some time about trying to do something different with Social Security. I hope they ever will.
well,
And it's been used as a political weapon and, back
Well,
and forth.
I mean, rightfully so. I mean, I'm nearing retirement age in the next 4 or 5 years, and I've contributed my whole life.
Yeah, me too.
And there's, I guess, classifications of people. If you're a pastor or you work for the railroad or stuff like that, you don't have to contribute to it, or Amish or whatever. But
or in Congress.
or in Congress, there you go. So you could, if you think about the lifetime of work and taking that same amount that you paid in and investing that at the rates that, I mean, you talk about for me personally, starting investing in the late 80s and all the way through the 90s and through the early 2000s, even up to today, what would that money have grown to? And will I ever get that benefit back out of that?
No, because they tried to privatize Social Security, if you remember back in
I do remember that.
George, the Bush days.
Yep.
And he got hammered by that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did get hammered. Well, someone wants to chime in on this. Good morning. You're on with us.
I won't take but a minute this, Mr. Hughes. He was talking about the supplement. I went on disability about 25 years ago, and I took out a supplement was $99 a month, and it's good to pay the other 20%. How much do you think it might be now?
How young are you?
$381.90.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Per month?
Yeah.
So it went up that much.
Yeah, but I just turned 86. I can't afford to do without it this time in life.
No, and that's
Okay, have a good day.
okay. Thank you for
Wow,
your call.
what a
Isn't that
great
interesting?
call.
Well, I'm okay. This is my personal opinion. Okay, I've been doing this for a while. Medicare Advantage is good in certain situations, especially people. Now, people, we think about people turning 65 getting on Medicare, but people that are disabled and they're starting to draw their Social Security disability, if they wait 2 years, they got to wait 24 months, then they become eligible for Medicare. But the supplements for people under 65 is so high. It is ridiculous. It's like $500-$600 a month. Well, these people can't afford that because they're disabled. They're not working, and all they got to live off of is Social Security.
Yeah.
So they've created Medicare Advantage will be an advantage for those people, and because those people are disabled and they're on Medicare, now they can get a zero premium, and if their income is low enough, they could qualify for extra help or that Medicaid or TennCare.
Okay.
Can you get those supplements off the marketplace?
No, marketplace is for under age 65 people.
Okay.
That's a whole different.
It's a whole
Yeah,
different
okay.
animal.
That's what I was wondering. And maybe they had a cheaper something
Well,
like that
here,
on marketplace.
okay. Thank you for bringing that up because there's a big difference here. When you go to the marketplace, you're guaranteed issue to get that. They don't look at pre-existing conditions. I mean, you could have a full-blown cancer and they'll take you.
Yeah.
But it used to not be that way before Obamacare came along. All right. So that's a good thing for people.
Sure.
But you got to remember they're taking in everybody, and so what happens is the premiums go up because they're not selecting the healthy people anymore. They used to do that when you bought health insurance under age 65.
Yeah.
Now, you turn 65 and you go, okay, I'm going to get rid of the marketplace. I'm going to go to the Medicare. I'm going to get a supplement. You've got 7 months. You got 3 months before your birth month. You got your birth month and 3 months after. You can buy. That's your open enrollment period, really.
Yeah.
Because now you can buy a policy without any kind of underwriting. They're not going to check your health out. So it's guaranteed issue.
Okay.
Now, if you wait after that, or you get one now at 65, and just like this gentleman here was talking about, his premiums have gone up, and you want to change, but you're not healthy, you can't change because it's underwriting for supplement policies.
Yeah.
Now, there's no underwriting for Medicare Advantage. There's like 1 or 2 questions, which most people can pass. But there's no underwriting for that. But if you want to change supplements, you have to be healthy to be able to do that.
How do you hedge that though, or is there any way to do that? How I'm
You
in
got to
my
get up
late-
in the morning and go to the gym and work out.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right about that. So you're exactly
Stay
right.
healthy, stay away from doctors and the hospital.
Yeah, I agree.
But I guess what you're asking, though, is there another alternative?
Yeah.
Well, Medicare Advantage would be that alternative.
Okay.
Now, this gentleman here, if he could stomach Medicare Advantage, he probably got his own doctors that he's been going to and likes and all that. So you would have to find a network that would take his Medicare Advantage. Now, he can get a Medicare Advantage for $0 and save that $381 and start saving it back in case he does have a health crisis.
So if you're a Medicare doctor, you're not necessarily a Medicare Advantage doctor then?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, supplements will work, and I'll get into that here in just a second. But supplements will work with about 99% of the doctors because everybody takes Medicare. They would be crazy not to take Medicare.
Sure.
But does Medicare pay for everything? No, it doesn't. And that was the title of my speech today, is what Medicare does not pay.
That's going to be interesting.
So people think, well, I got Medicare, I don't need anything else. Well, they're not going to pay for daily living help, assisting with bathing, dressing, or eating. It's not covered by the CMS Medicare coverage. Nursing home stays, assisted living costs. Those things they don't pay for. Now, they will pay for 20 days after you've had a 3-day stay in a hospital. And in those 20 days, you got to be getting better for them to pay. If you're declining, they're not going to pay. And the doctors know how to code those things to get them to pay. Dental insurance. They don't pay for dental. They don't pay for vision or hearing. So you can buy a standalone policy to pay for your dental plans. I mean, your dental, it usually includes vision and hearing aids too, but you have to buy that separate. And it's about $40 a month. And they pay, and the thing with dental insurance, for it to really pay off, you got to keep it longer. Companies want you to put more money into it before they start paying out these claims.
Yeah.
You can't say, call me up and say, "Hey, Stanley, I need a dental plan." I said, "Okay, what's going on?" He says, "Well, I just got back from the doctor, and he says I need all this work, and it's going to cost me $4,000." I said, "Well, you can get a dental plan today, but it's not going to cover that. Now it will cover your cleanings and little basic things,
Yeah.
but you got to wait a whole year before it will get the major
Yeah.
stuff." And I, and it's the same way. You call your car insurance guy and says, "Hey, I need some car insurance."
Yeah.
I said, "Why?" I said, "Well, I just had a wreck out here on Highway 43. I said, it's not going to pay for that."
Yeah.
So the claim's already there. And, it's
And
not
living
gonna
with
pay
a
for
root canal for a year is not good.
it. No.
Or needing one is not good.
So I got mixed feelings about
Yeah.
dental insurance. But the biggest reason I like dental insurance, it makes me go to the dentist. It
Yeah.
makes me go and get my cleanings and so
Sure.
forth.
Yeah, mine too, but I had a procedure that was needed and my insurance denied paying it.
Yeah,
And I'm like, well, why have it if you're not
I
going to
know.
pay for it?
It is.
Hey, good morning. You're on with us.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can.
This is something y'all may not get to today, but it's worth discussing. Just because you have Medicare and you go into a nursing home does not mean you stay there necessarily up to 100 days. And I'm going to throw out my experience and my mother's just quickly. For example, they tried to make me, this goes back 12 years ago, do an exercise I knew I couldn't do. But I had foot issues since I was the age of 20. So I went to the doctor, had to pay somebody to take me to the doctor outside. That's another expense that I had. A family couldn't come right then. And so I had to pay for that. But if I had tried to do that exercise, it would have made my foot worse. And I asked the doctor to demonstrate. But the point is, my mother was discontinued. Oh, since you're going in the hospital, my advice, when they showed me what exercises to do, is they say, you do this many exercises in 2 weeks. I went to my room and I exercised, but I didn't dare go there and do over 2 or 3 a day because they judged then, I don't know now, by are you making progress? There's 2 reasons you could have been discontinued and sent home. One is you make progress too fast, wanting to impress them. I can do that in a week. Then they're going to say, we've done all we can for you. Or if you can't do them. So it's wise knowing you might have days you don't feel good, can't do that. And then after I came home, even though I was out there, I didn't stay the whole 100 days, but I stayed out there a long time. But any 3 months almost. But the point is, I spent $5,000. If the doctor recommended it, now Medicare didn't cover this, but if the doctor recommended it, there's things that will be a tax write-off, like a ramp, paying people to take you to the doctor, medical alert, things like that. But I was just going to throw you away. Don't assume just because you go in the hospital on Medicare, you're automatically going to be there 100 days. They disqualified my mother. She lost a couple of months and then we went to self-pay because they said she declined a test. So I said, Mother, why did you not let them give you that test? She says, I didn't know they were giving me a test. Said some girl brought me something in to eat, and I didn't know it was a test. So that's another thing. Sometimes you have people checking on things. She didn't know they were even giving her tests because she couldn't hear good. But I just wanted to throw that out. There's a lot of expenses that might be tax deductible that aren't covered by Medicare.
All right. Thank you now. Awesome.
And I've never found a tax deduction that paid off anyway. I mean, that's,
Children,
well, children. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
you need about 12 more, don't you?
No, but I mean, but think about it. How much do you get to deduct for your kids? That mine will eat that in a month.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not much of a deduction.
Yeah, that's true. True.
All right, let's go to drugs. They don't pay for drugs unless you have to buy a standalone drug plan if you get a supplement. Now, Medicare Advantage plans have the drug plans included with them. So when you pick out a Medicare Advantage plan, you've got to look at your doctors, make sure the hospital you want to go to is in it. Like right now, I don't know, I better be careful saying this, but Vanderbilt is not in the Blue Cross Blue Shield network. So people that want to go to Vanderbilt and use Vanderbilt, they really don't need the Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans. So you got to.
That's interesting.
And they negotiate these contracts every year. So
Yeah.
it could be in next year. They could be in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's you got to watch them. And you got to
Wow.
make, like I said again, you got a doctor.
It's a complex world. It takes up a lot of
It
time.
does.
It takes up
It
a lot of
does.
time trying to just figure it out.
Yep.
But that's why we have experts like you to figure this stuff out.
Well, you need to sit down with somebody. I mean, you can get on a phone call for an 800 number. They've got these call centers, and all these call centers are going to lead you to the company that they work for. Now, there are some call centers that are independent, which what I mean by that is they don't work for one particular insurance company. But,
Okay.
if you called Humana, they want you to use Humana. If you called Aetna, they would want you to use Aetna and so forth.
Right.
But sometimes, trying to get information over the telephone can be confusing too.
So you said it doesn't pay for drugs. I thought that Medicare had a Part D to it. Is that?
They do. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about regular Medicare.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah,
Oh, so that's extra?
yeah. You have to. If you go to a supplement, then you need to buy a supplement. First of all, you need to sign up for Part B. Part B is where you pay the doctors. Now, if you've been working, they will automatically sign you up for Part A. Then you sign up for Part B, and that's where you have to pay a premium to the government. If you're drawing Social Security when you sign up for Part B, they will take that out of your Social Security check. If you're not drawing that, then they will bill you on a quarterly basis. So you got to pay 3 months. And I don't have all these figures in front of me, but it's like $200 for the Part B premium. Now, be careful with your income because they will tack on extra for people that make more money than a certain amount. It depends on your marital status and so forth and how much money you make.
Sure.
But some people that, they say, hey, I'm going to keep working. I'm a business owner. I'm going to keep my business. I'm going to keep my income coming in. And then they look and they get this letter from the Medicare and go, I got to pay $200 more than what the original premium is? Yep, you got to. So some people's premiums are $300 and $400 a month for Medicare. Now, you get the supplement, you pay Part B premium, you pay the supplement, and then you have to buy a standalone drug plan. And the drug plan is based on what drugs you're currently taking because all these drug plans don't cover everything.
Right.
So, and it's a mess. It used to not be this way, but
Wow.
And there's a lot of companies getting out of the drug business. There's a lot of companies not offering it anymore. There's only, I don't even know how many, but there's only a handful or maybe a dozen of them really right now. There used to be, there was 20-something.
You know what's nice, though? It's nice that there's honest people like you out there that can walk people through that. I'm going to need some help, I can guarantee you.
Well, it gets close. Now, that's another thing, too, is these dates. People go, well, it's October 15th. That means the annual enrollment period has opened up, and you've got from October 15th to December 7th. And what that means is you can make changes in your Medicare Advantage plans, or you can make changes in your Part D drug plan. And those go effective January 1st of the next year. So when it gets closer to that annual, and I'm going to start doing some seminars, the ABCs of Medicare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And I had a buddy of mine that said, you need to do Medicare bingo.
What is that?
I don't know. I have to find out. Sounds
Medicare
interesting.
bingo.
Sounds more fun,
Yeah.
Make it a fun activity.
Well, yeah.
Now, also, if you plan on leaving the United States, it doesn't cover international travel. You have to get a temporary policy to cover you for that.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're wanting to go down to Cancun in Mexico or whatever, you better get you another policy. Temporary, you're going, hey, I'm going to be gone 7 days on a cruise, and they go, okay, get you a 7-day policy.
So I've never thought about that.
So, okay, I'm a little. So if you're sick on your trip and you want to go to a doctor there,
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It'll cover you. And those aren't real expensive. They're not really, because it's only, good for 7 days or something.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's just in case.
Right. And they won't pay for hospital extras like private rooms. Some hospitals charge you for televisions in your room, and I don't know anybody like that. But if you want a private room, you may have to pay an extra for that out of your pocket.
Okay. Well, I definitely want to.
I mean, even going to the doctor on a ship is high. Do they take? I guess they take insurance too. I don't
And
know.
if you're thinking about a facelift, you better do it now.
Yes.
Before August 1st,
Why is that?
because they won't pay for facelifts.
Well, doggone. Here I was planning to get a facelift.
Let Medicare pay for it.
Or does it pay for the like aftermath or anything like that?
It will pay if you're in a car wreck or
Yeah.
have an injury or something. It'll pay for that. But
Yeah.
just saying, hey, I don't like the way I look. I want to go change my look. It doesn't.
I like how he specifically let you know that, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess. No facelift from me.
Oh, that's funny. That's been interesting, though. Because I've thought about all that stuff, and I don't even know what to think about it, to be honest with you. So,
Well, you're going to have to start thinking about it.
yeah,
You have to start thinking about it. A lot of us have to start thinking about
How
it.
young are you?
58.
Okay, so you got 7 years.
Yeah.
And things will change, I'm telling you.
Oh, let me tell you.
I'm scared of what it's going to change in the next 14 months.
I mean, I go to church now, and I'm like, you guys got the lights on in here?
But I do want to talk about our product that Miss Peggy was talking about her out of pocket of $5,000. Nobody wants to go to the hospital, first of all. But if you're in pain and you're sick and you've got to have treatment, you're going to go, right? And when you start feeling better, what's the first thing you want to do? I want to get home.
Yep.
And nowadays, the hospitals want you to get you out of there anyway.
That's right.
Because they want to turn those beds over and all that. So the next step down is they will put you in a rehab place.
Right.
So let's say you have had a stroke
Yep.
and you've got to learn how to walk a little bit, and you got to have some physical therapy, maybe some occupational therapy, not occupational, but
We get you.
whatever it is, you
Yeah.
know, some therapy, you know, how to feed yourself again. I mean, unfortunately, there's some paralysis that comes along with strokes. But I have a plan that I've discovered. It's called the short-term home health care plan, and it pays you directly. It doesn't pay the Medicare people. It doesn't pay the people that come to your house. They will pay you, reimburse you for skilled nursing care, general nursing care, physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, chemotherapy, and medical social services. But what I like about it is it pays for home health aid.
Wow.
That's where people can come in and help, you know, clean your house up a little bit, do your laundry, maybe cook a meal or two for you, and it will pay you, reimburse you for those costs.
Okay.
And it's not that I can, you know, it depends on how much benefits you get. It also it reimburses you if you have a fall. And I know a lot of folks have a fall, you know, say grandma fell and she's in the hospital with a broken hip. Well, it will reimburse you some money for that you can use for care when you get back home.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's the only insurance policy after my 43 years of doing this, excuse me, that it will reimburse you for your medicines you're taking.
Oh, wow.
So generic, every time you get a refill, it costs you, I mean, it may only cost you $3, but this plan's going to pay you back $15.
Oh, wow.
So you can set the premiums that you have to pay. You can set them off with your drugs that you're taking.
Wow,
So
that's good.
That's good. So call me 931-242-4495, and we'll have that discussion. If you got any questions about Medicare, let me know.
Very good. Stanley Wilson, everybody, with Harvest Financial.
Don't forget about our yard sale at Country Club Estates
Country
this
Club
weekend.
Estate yard sale this weekend.
Ooh.
A big community yard sale at Country Club Estates this weekend. How about that? That'll be fun.
Oh, some good stuff.
Be fun. Always interesting, Stanley. And
Yeah.
Keith Durham, thanks for coming in, too. Always,
Go check Aldi's out.
and we got to check Aldi's out.
Yeah.
I got to find a quarter.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Just bring your own bag in.
Bring your own bag.
Yeah, you don't have to have a card. You just
Yeah.
It's BYOB.
Yeah, you can. If you're like, if you don't want,
Oh, my God.
you got to watch.
still got to check out. You can't just walk out.
I've had
with
some really good stuff from Aldi's, and then I've had some not so good stuff from Aldi's.
it. Yeah, that's everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
it is. You're
We
right.
wish them all well.
Yeah, we do.
We do. Stanley, thanks for coming in, buddy.
All right.
We got to get out of here.
See you next week.
Serving Lawrence County since 1951. This is WDXE Lawrenceburg, a broadcast service of Prospect Communications.